Before we jump into some models, I want to go into some vocabulary, and we're going to talk about these symbols. We're going to use this. Actually, I want to make it a little bigger. Okay, and we're going to use them using just an AB for helping us understand this. Now, the other thing I want to put into these notes for a little bit is some simple stuff that we know from when we're younger. And the first one is, I know a lot of schools do this, and they make this into Pac-Man, and they say Pac-Man always goes for the bigger numbers. That helps to see like which of these would be the bigger numbers. That's really helpful. And we're going to talk about what this line means underneath, and it's really the combination of two symbols. So let's start with the first one, and it's called greater than. Now for each of these, I read the sentence from left to right. So I would say A is greater than B. Other ways I can say it, I can say more than, is over, exceeds. Any of those words work. And I'm going to show you what this means. We're going to have an open circle. So I'm going to make a number line so you can see what this looks like. And let's say I have x is greater than 5. So I'm going to put the 5 here in the middle, and I want x to be all the numbers that are bigger than 5. So watch what I'm going to do, Math Marvels. I'm going to put a circle around the 5, and I want all the numbers that are bigger than 5 for infinite for right now. Every number bigger than 5, just not 5. So I can have 5.01, that's bigger than 5, but everything's bigger than 5. Let's look at the next symbol, and it's opposite less than. So I would say A is less than B. Again, I always read from left to right. So other ways I could say it is, I can say is under, fewer, below, all different ways. And it would also be open. So let's say I have x is less than 5. Okay, so I'm still going to have a number line. I'm going to have it at the 5. I'm going to open around the 5. And I want x to be all the numbers to the left of 5. That's what I want. So I want every number to the left. And notice how I put my x so I can figure out which ones do I want, the ones on the left, on the right. If it's on the left side, it's less than. If it's on the right, it's bigger than. So that always helps me out as I'm trying to figure out my graph. Okay, so let's look at these with those underlines in them. Those underlines are combinations of two symbols. Is greater and less than plus an equal sign. But instead of it looking like this, they just add one equal sign to the bottom, and that's all it means. So I would read this one as greater than or equal to. So I would say A is greater than or equal to B. Other ways I can say this, I can use the terms at least. I can say is not less than. Is not under. You kind of get the idea. But these are going to be closed circles. I'm going to show you what this means. And what if I have x is greater than 5? Okay, so here's my number line. Here's 5. Here's x. So I would want, I can include 5, so it could be equal to 5 and every number bigger than 5. That's how that works. And the same thing is going to go for its opposite, less than or equal to. So same thing. A is less than or equal to B. Other ways I can say this, I can use the term at most. So the most it could be is this number, is not greater than. Whatever that number is, does not exceed, is not of more value. Like I can just use all those different words. It's also going to be closed. And it would look kind of the way you're noticing all of this. I'd have a number line, I have 5, and I want all the numbers that are less than 5 to the left side. So I would make a circle at 5, and I would want every number to the left. So that means you can include 5. So at most is 5 and everything less than. So that's what I like about using terms like at most, at least. You're going to see those all the time. All right, and the last one we just have is equal to. So that one kind of only goes for actually equations. And we know that it just says A is equal to B. So exactly B. And this would also be a closed circle. So if I have, for example, X is equal to 5, here's my number line, here's 5, and all I would do is boop, make a circle at 5, because there's X. Okay, so I hope this helps you with some of the language. We're going to use a lot of these. I find a lot of kids get confused with these terms. At least is a confusing term, and at most. So I want you to look out for those. More than is pretty common. Less than or is under is pretty common. But the at least and at most trips up a lot of kids. So make sure you jot this one down to your notes. And we'll get a lot more practice with inequalities. See you in the next lesson, Math Marbles. Take care.